Hey guys, what's going on today? I want to talk about fishing line. And as you guys can see, I have tried several different brands, different kinds, and I think that's important. Um, as we all know, braided line, and this is braided line only what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about fluorocarbon and other stuff later. But for braided line, I've tried a lot of different kinds because prices, man, braided line prices are crazy. You can spend for a 150 yard spool. I think this one is like 20 something dollars, 23, $24 for Power Pro. And Power Pro is super popular up here in the Pacific Northwest. And I think it's pretty much popular everywhere. And a lot of people just think it's the best of the best. I'll tell you what my favorite is by the time we get done. I like Power Pro. I've used it in the past. What it is, it does have very nice longevity. What I don't really like about it is it's almost too limp, like it has no structure to it. And when you use it on a bait casting reel, it has a tendency to dig into itself. And then you go to cast the next cast and it goes and stops because it's all dug into itself. And for the price, I think that's not great, but it is very durable and it does seem to last a long time. I keep all my lines stored in the garage in a cool place out of direct sunlight. So, you know, that does make a difference. But what I've found with braided lines is the most popular to me is not the best. So this one's okay. A lot of people use it. A lot of people buy it. I believe that this is 4-strand braid and it does not have a core in it. So I don't know if it's microdynamia or whatever the actual braids are. I haven't gotten that far into it. I just know for me, on spinning reels, it's fine. On bait casting reels, I don't like it whatsoever. And you know, it's just, for me, it's just okay. I don't see anything performance-wise that totally blows me away. Same with the P line, TCB. Also kind of expensive for how much line you get. I think this was like $18 or something for 150 yards. It does have, it feels like it has maybe more of a core to it. It is a little bit stiffer than the Power Pro line. This is 30-pound test. 30 pound is what I like to use. 25 and 30 for salmon and steelhead fishing on a spinning rod. As you can see, it's only 8-pound diameter, that's what the Power Pro 30 is also, is 8-pound test diameter, which I don't know how they gauge that, because if you got 8-pound test braided line, it's like 4-pound test diameter. So I don't know. It's a little bit stiffer. I'm actually contemplating putting this on just to give it another try, because I only have a little bit left and I might as well just use it up. After I went out this weekend and was fishing, and I always use a backer on my reel. Let me show you. I always put, there's my rod. And as you can see, I always put a monofilament backer on there and then put my braid on, because, you know, I don't need 250 yards of braided line on my reel. Fish don't run that far. So I just need enough to do what I need to do. So I put about 70, 80 yards of braid on there, and the rest of this is, I think it's Andy 30-pound test as my backer line. So, and I use 30-pound because it gives it, to me, I can get a better knot from my braid to my mono if I use bulkier line. But anyway, again, P-line, one of the things I don't particularly love about it is the same with the Power Pro, is it likes to bind up in a bait casting reel. It seems to last a very long time though. It's coated, very nice. It casts really well. All braided lines that I've used cast better than mono. Some of them cast a little bit too easy, and you get like wind knots and stuff in it. So I like to have my braided line have a little bit of structure to it, a little stiffness. This does not have that. This is pretty dang limber. It's even more limber than the Power Pro, but it's not bad. It's not bad. And then I decided I wanted to start paying less money to get more line. And so I thought I would go ahead and try this reaction tackle. This is like an Amazon brand, high performance fishing line, made in China. This is the camouflage color, so you get kind of, so you can see in there, you get browns and greens and such. It does disappear pretty well. It's super limp, and I don't think it has a coating on it. And I believe this is 4-strand. It might be 8-strand. For the money, I think it's well worth it. You get, this is 500 yards, and I think I only paid like $16 or $18. You cannot get Power Pro. You can't get any of these others that much line for less than $30, $40 for 500 yards. So that's one of the nice things about it. It's a PE braid, which I'm not sure what that means, but if that matters to you, it is. It's super strong. It seems to last really well. It casts really good. It does wind knot and stuff a little bit on you. And it does like to tip wrap and get all wrapped up sometimes, which is not great, but that's something you have to deal with braided lines. But for the money, I think this is the best bargain out of the bunch. And at first I was concerned that it was going to break easy or wear out quick, and it's had none of those issues. So the last time I spooled my reel was when it was brand new, and that was been a couple months, and I've used it for quite a bit, and I've caught some cohos and steelhead and stuff on it, and it's held up really well. You go to, if you snag up, you straighten out your hook more times than it breaks. So that's good. And then this one, I actually really like. This is Contra by Strike King, and it's got a core in it. And as you can see, or maybe you can't see because the dark background, but as you can see, it doesn't just hang there. It's got a little bit of core, it's got a little bit of structure to it, so it stays just a little bit stiff, which I kind of like it that way. This probably to me is my favorite of all these. I like the color, it's green. It's a little bit shiny, it's not perfect for clear water, but it's okay. I like this stuff on a bait casting reel because it doesn't bind up on you so much. And that's what I like about this also, it doesn't bind up so much on a bait caster. It's a little bit stiffer, easier to work with. I have a bobber stopper knot tied on there, and it holds that really, really well. You can feel the texture to it. So, and you know, these guys, bass fishermen, they use this stuff day in, day out, especially the pros. And so if they recommend something, it's usually not a bad deal. Like I said, it's probably my favorite all around right now is this Strike King Contra. The problem is it's kind of hard to find. I got this stuff at Tackle Warehouse, and it was on sale, super cheap. I think I paid like around $11 or something like that for 150 yards, which for braided line, that's a really good price. So yeah, that's how that goes. So anyway, I'm going to keep trying out more different ones, and I'll give you guys reports. But like I said, if you're on a budget and you want to just get some good braided line and don't want to spend a ton of money, I can recommend this. It is fine. I don't know how it would hold up under real stressful saltwater situations, but freshwater, salmon, trout, steelhead, it's great. Same with this. It's great. This stuff, it's okay. It can be a little tangly. It can be, I don't know, it can just be fussy. It's not great on bait casting reels, in my opinion. I wish they put a core in it or a coating or something on it to make it better, but they don't, so there you have it. So I know it's super popular, but not to me. And then the P line, also super popular, is also okay, but not my favorite either. A little bit too limp and noodly, has a tendency to wind knot and things like that. So anyway, I'm going to throw some of this on my reel, and I'm going to show you a little trick that I do that I didn't do when I first put the line on my reel, and I paid for it over the weekend. And what that was I usually use, from my braid to my mono or my fluorocarbon, I usually use a little bit of super glue on my knot that I tie. And I just use whatever knot I feel like using. I've used Alberto knots, and now they got some new knot where they actually tie the two lines together and you do all this monkey business and it kind of comes out like a uni knot. But usually I put super glue on the knot, and that usually makes that knot like super, super durable. And I forgot to do that. And I cast it out, and I cast it all the way to the end of my braided line, probably 60 yards or so, and was reeling it in, and it snagged up a little bit on something, and I jerked it, and the knot came undone, and I lost all my line. So that's no good. So we're going to do a better job this time, and I'm going to show you that. Probably won't show you how to tie the knot because it's complicated enough to do it without a camera. I'm probably just going to use the Alberto knot, and then or something like that, and then but I'll show you putting the super glue on it and how I do that. So because there's some tricks to it. So anyway, I'll be right back after I get this tied up. All right, so it's not the most beautiful knot in the world. Sorry, it's focus issues. But there it is. And what I like to do is I just like to take a little super glue. You know what I wish I had? I wish I had a voiceover of that French guy from SpongeBob SquarePants that says, "A few hours later," because that's what it seems like when I'm trying to tie these dumb knots that connect your mono to your... Anyway, you just want to get... First, you want to get some glue out. There we go. I'm going to get a drop of it on there. Like that. It's on there now. Maybe we can get just a little bit more. There. That's the ticket. And then I like to blow on it a little bit to make sure the glue's cured before I wind it into my reel, because if you wind wet super glue into your reel, you're going to have issues. And then when it's still a little gummy, without sticking my fingers to everything, I like to pinch it down a little bit, just to kind of round it, roll up to my fingers a little bit. There. And that's it. And now we are ready to wind. And one of the nice things about that contra line is it has a suction cup on it. I'm just moving it over here. It has a suction cup on it, so you can stick it to a table or something like that. It's not the best, actually. When it works great, but sometimes it just doesn't like to work. And you stick it on there, and it holds your spool, and you can tighten and loosen that screw on there to set your tension, but it doesn't want to stick to this table at all. It sticks to like a marble table, or it'll stick to a window really well, stuff like that. But anyway, it's turning out to be kind of a difficult video to film. And you just start winding it on. And then it gets wrapped around your tripod for your camera. So now you guys, I'm not going to edit any of this, sorry. Because you might as well see the real world of it. Oh, gee whiz, it's all messed up. All right. sure you guys are enjoying the wonderful deal of this. Now I just have a mess. Anyway, let's get this over here where you guys can see it. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, I just want that suction cup to hold it just for a few minutes. Now it's all wrapped up in my reel. There we go. And what I do is I take it for a few winds and then go like this and see if it twists. It's not twisting, so that's the side we want up. And just go to town. And one of the things you always want to remember when you're winding on the spinning reel is don't overload it. Oh, and that's all we had on there. That's not great. But I think it's full. I think it's enough. That's about as full as you want it anyway. About an 1/8 inch from the edge of the spool. Just like the factory recommends. There it is. And hopefully that will be enough when I go fishing tomorrow. So, all right, guys, please like, please subscribe. Please check out my Friday live feed. I'm going to be giving away stuff this Friday on the live feed. Please check out my website, toadsticker.com, if you want reports on local rearers. And I have a bunch of gear lists for links, with links on them to Amazon of stuff that you can buy for gear that you may want, that I recommend. What else? It's raining today, so that's really good. So anyway, put this, at least you got something to see. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. And it's raining, so that's good. This could change everything, which is good. More content, better content. Actually catching fish would be nice. We need to catch some more hens and get some more eggs. And of course, going to smoke some more fish and stuff like that. And I've been trying to rack my brain about a way that maybe I could send somebody some smoked fish for maybe a giveaway on the live feed or something. But anyway, so come by Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, check out the live feed. And I'll probably be putting out a video on Wednesday about my fishing tomorrow. If I go tomorrow, if it's really pouring and blowing sideways again, I may not go, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. If the river's just a flowing thing of mud, then it might call it a day. So anyway, guys, have a great Monday, and I will talk to you later.